Welcome back, everybody, into the last part of our gold marathon. It's the third one, so it's the third version, and I think it's the fourth part, and the last one. As you can see on the screen, these are the rules I added from last time. I just added a few. Here, let me show you. These are the current mistakes that I'm making, and it's especially true in this marathon. I'm entering too much in ranging markets, sort of gambling, hoping that the price will go somewhere. I'm forcing too many trades, especially like the first counter trend trade, and therefore I'm not sticking to the same bias through the session, at least through the session, not just every time, all day, at least through the session. And I'm doing a sort of short scalp, but is not really the risk reward that is necessary. And of course, I'm not sticking to the trading plan in general. So these are the main mistakes I'm doing on gold in my backtesting session, and is very much reflected in the fact that after 16 trades out of 20, we are down 7%. As you can see here, it's not a lot, but it's still not profitable. It shows you that it's not profitable. So this is the last day. It's Friday. Well, let me check. Now, actually, we're going to do the next Monday because we closed on Friday. Okay. So pre-London Monday. We don't have any impacting news. We have the retail sales at the end of the week. The following day, we have some Fed, the Fed chair Powell speaking, FOMC minutes on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, but nothing today. As you can see, we took many trades in this area. Most of buys, sell right below. We're just really forced trade. We analyzed pretty well the situation, but we weren't able to actually catch good trades. As it's not like all the trades were losers. Of course, risking 2% is not like this. So we had win-win, 3 losses, win. Then part 2 was loss, and one final win. And we closed the last part with 2 wins, 1 loss, from a total of minus 77%. With this win rate, like 5, we should have been at least break even if we had a good risk to reward ratio for each trade. But let's just jump into the last part / session with the, okay, there you go. So let's take the last 4 trades, and we're hoping to get break even at least. So where are we now on this Monday open? So we corrected basically most of this bearish move that happened with the NFP, very good NFP, with the confirmation of tapering, sort of. A good report was really anticipating a good optimistic tapering talks. And as you can see here, this was the move. We basically corrected most of it. I think like 80-90% of it, due to the fact that inflation is still high, as I showed. I think here, I think, inflation data. We weren't actually able to catch the trades. Actually, we were stuck in some losses. But anyway, the overall trend, as you can see, is so far bullish, as you can see. this one. Okay, so of course we have to take into consideration some. We are still far away from the previous PSA 1795. We are just 1781 and we are bouncing. So as scalpers, as intraday traders, we don't want to get stuck into thinking too much, too many friends, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you got me. We don't want to get stuck into some ranges that are not thinking about 1795, for example. That was what I wanted to say. Not yet. These are the price sensitivity areas of the day. Yeah, so we had these PSA. These are the previous lows below the key level. These are the PSA that were expected through the days with multiple rejections, as you can see. So if we had to think about a scalping trade idea plan, this is the current into pre-London, coming into pre-London. As you can see, it was a very, very bearish Asian session, making new lows, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So we would like to have a continuation bearish below the key level, or either, since we are starting to see a flat candle body support, multiple bounces from the key level, uh, doing a high volume time, a bounce slash a double bottom at the key level, and then continuation up. This will be the first sign of trending, and then we can take either these buys or above this level. Let's see how the price moved in the first few minutes of pre-London, so we're not going to rush anything. Go. Remember also that this is Monday morning, so not expecting big moves straight away. We are seeing a bounce of a break and blah 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 breakout the key level. Of course, this is the first step we might take into consideration with the bearish trend, with the higher volume time starting now. If we see further confirmation of price trending bearish, we can take into consideration sells. This is not yet my candle setup because it's the first sign. So I would like to have either a top wick and then continuation down. But since it's really, really early in the morning, I'm not really confident in taking it. As you can see, this is why, because even this candle, I didn't take any entry because of the fact that it's still early, is the first sign of weakness and a bearish trend, so better not to take it. Here we are ranging, we are reacting, we are going to react at least to those previous PSA, and this might give us further information if we fail to break, and then we another time we break below, we can take into consideration some sells. But as you can see, we are bouncing off the key level, we are making our way up. So this will be another PSA to take into consideration. But are we honestly looking for buys only? I mean, only above here, we're still in a bearish trend. So if I want to take counter trend buys and I want to have enough range, I should take very early buys. But this is, of course, too early to even consider it. This might be a nice opportunity. If I see a candle with a nice body, either impulsively or closing, it's a nice confirmation. This one already gave 12 pips, but still, they're not big candles. We're still just breaking above the PSA. Okay, this one made a quick lower wick, and then is moving back bullish I'm still not confident in taking it. And this is, looks like it was a good idea because it was one of the rules that I just showed you. Have to stick to one bias and especially not forcing counter trend trades. So this is clearly a counter trend trade, and that's why I didn't take it, as you can see here. Now, if we got liquidity, we're coming towards London Open. If we have a cleaner break and retest, clean break and the wick, like the same setup we saw here below the key level, I will consider entering it. 10 minutes to London Open, 4 minutes. Okay, this is London Open. Lower wick and top wick, the same. Okay. Looks like we had the double bottom at the key level. We are starting to see a break of the trending line and a break again of the PSA, which gives us the first sign of bullish strength, and we can take buys above here, or if we have some more confirmation of trending bullish. Okay, so far it looks like we're just ranging. As you can see, we were reacting at these previous highs. End of the first hour of the London session. No trades taken, no clean action. We're going to see if we have some more volume and some more clean price action coming in the next few hours. So far, we are just ranging. You can see we are just here. Only the buys really at the key level. They're giving you like 40 pips, but there was no confirmation, no. So you can see small candles just moving into a range. Okay, let's jump into New York. Okay, where pre-New York we were attempting to break below the key level. We are now currently below the key level, as you can see. But what we want to see in the new hourly candle is to make a quick top wick and then continuation down. So if the top wick reacts over here at the key level or this PSA slash at these lows or the key level, then I might consider taking sells. Nice top wick and closing bearish, but it's the first candle of New York. Exactly, no confirmation yet. No confirmation of bullish price action either. Now we are seeing more clear candles, but as you can see, can go immediately. Okay, so now we are breaking above the order block, and we can start thinking about taking those buys. As you can see, very strong action. We are closing above these previous highs. We're moving above these previous lows on the hourly time frame. Let's see. Nice candle. This one made a nice lower wick and has a nice candle body. We are slight right now above the PSA. We have enough range. We have break and retest of the key levels, and we can take our buys. We are very kind of high above the PSA, but this PSA on the left hand side, it was from during Asian session. We're breaking above the highs of London session, hoping to get at least 30 pips out of it. Let's see the price action. So far looks good. Let's see if we get at least our 30 pips. Okay, 30 pips. We go to break even. We close the partials. As you can see, we get our win. Not something that we have seen many times this session and this what's the word? This simulation. Number 17 is a win. And let's see where the price continue moving. Now it's reacting at the PSA, the key level, so we might expect a pullback. You can see a pullback. And we get stopped out at break even for the other 20% after the reaction at the level. But as you can see, we are still bouncing off. This was a nice candle, still bouncing off PSA over here. This is also the new hourly candle, the new 4-hour candle, which makes a lower wick, and we can take into consideration more buys to at least revisit the same highs over here when we make a lower wick, and then we take same trade as the previous one. With the confirmation of the lower wick made at the PSA, continuation of the same bias, volume time, the new hourly candle made a lower wick, and we hope, of course, we don't know if price will reach there, but this is our trade. Okay, looks like it's finding some difficulties here. Price goes up to 17 pips, retraces, but then we get our 28 pips. We see some difficulties here. We might consider taking break even, taking partials, even if it's 27, it's still fine. We take our partials, we have 18 win, and let's see how price continues. Okay, 36, 38, still bouncing off the key level. This is a nice re-entry, and I take my 19 trade after the bounce of the key level. Very messy. New York Stock Exchange opened. Where did it open? Okay, let me see. Okay, so I took it 7 minutes before stock exchange opening, but it was really good confirms, and it made a lower wick. We didn't get stopped out, and let's see if price continues bullish. Bam. Okay, so this one is the first trade, and we are up 37 pips. Remember our rule that if we get over 45 pips, we take the stop loss at 45 pips, and we move the target profit above. There's no reason to get stopped out before. As you can see here, we want the take profit 45 pips. There you go. The previous one is 19 pips, so still now we goes a break even and we close the partial because it's 32 pips. But we are on gold, so I might consider to take the full profit here and close it. This one is the last one, so we have the 19 trade, which is a win. Very nice. And we still have this one going on. And this one might be the last trade of the session. We are very, very bullish. And we have still range till the next key level. So we're going to take our last buy. And here the stop loss, if I put it stop loss here, 23 pips, to edge against the with the new trade, put it over here, 15 pips to edge against this new trade. Very nice. So this one even went 32 pips. We can close it, almost 3-1, and we just leave the last trade running. To see if it goes to the key level or we get stopped out with a loss. Very good. This is the last trade of the session of the simulation. We ended up with 3 wins and 1 last loss, which of course we taken in continuation of the trades after a huge rally that we cashed almost all of it. You can see. If I show you the trades from here, the re-enter here, and the continuation up. I don't know where the price will go now, but okay, let's see multiple re-entries, and it goes to the key level. Yeah, we've been stopped out, but it's fine. This one would have been a nice re-entry for like other 30 pips. As you can see, the setup is the same, is in continuation. This would have been a nice entry. But it is what it is, and we can successfully say we finish our goal marathon 3.0. There you go. We end up with win, win, loss, 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 win, 6 losses in a row, win, loss, win, loss, win, 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 loss. So we had 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 wins, 12 losses, and we closed with a plus 1.8%. I would have never guessed it. And we were up almost more than 3%, almost 4% before the last trade, because of we had like plus 9%, plus 10% run with the last 3 wins, which were very, very good. I would have never thought of closing it in profit, as I showed you how it started, but we can say that we closed the plus 1.8%, which is better than losing. This is, let me save it, or I will save later. It's a very good result after all, and I showed you the many mistakes that I made, especially doing this trade, during these sessions. It's not like it was hindsight mistakes, but was really a poor mindset from my hand of these trades, especially scalping for 20 pips, 15 pips of loss. As you can see today, with when the price is trending, we're not fighting the range. We enter when we have enough range to another target again and again and again. And this is very simple, but it's difficult to stick with it. But there you go. Thank you guys for staying here with me again. Part 3, we managed to close it. We were down 7.77% today. We managed to close it in profits as well. See you next time.